this whole thing with COVID is very interesting because it's forcing us to all work with more technology and potentially work remote and not work on the factory floor. Where do you think the future of our industry is headed? Do you see more people working on the factory floor? Where do you think this industry goes from the people that are currently in it?
We did a survey that we did in March, April, and May at Thomas, and just a single data point for me has been really fascinating. In March, we asked, hey, so with everything going on, how likely are you to be reshoring some of your either your supply chain or your facilities that are currently in other countries? And in March, the response was about 10% were likely or very likely. We did it again in April, and it was 64%. Said they were likely to move back. So the opportunity is massive, and it's coming right at us as far as, you know, a country and an opportunity for younger people.
You mentioned 64% of companies are thinking about taking some of their offshore resources and moving it back, you know, locally.
Yeah, here to the US. So if you see, I think it was in Bloomberg a couple days ago here, there was a post about something that the Senate put through about delisting Chinese companies. So like things like Alibaba and Baidu.
Yeah.
You're seeing the beginning of those ripples in that effect of like what decisions, you know, from a government perspective are going to be made around this. Japan, when they came out and had their stimulus projects for manufacturing companies, one of the stipulations of taking money in Japan was that you had to move out of China. They didn't say you had to come home to Japan, but they said you had to leave China. So I thought that was really interesting too. So I've been trying to watch to see, does that start to seep into our administration and what decisions get made there? My expectations on it is you're going to see a lot of it end up back here in the US, but if I had chips to bet, you'd see a lot of it land in Mexico as well too. If people start to look at their supply chains, bringing them back to the US, there are going to be some things that just economically aren't feasible with how they generate the product right now and the price points that it's at. Where Mexico, some of those parts might make sense now, where, you know, China is becoming more friction filled to do business there.
Yeah, super interesting. I mean, so essentially, and I totally agree with this, Shawn, is that we're going to start to see a resurgence of manufacturing back here in the US or more or closer to home, at least Canada, Mexico.